The city that never sleeps is a symphony of motion. Cars honk, lights flash, people rush, a million dreams collide in the concrete jungle. But tonight a shadow creeps over the cityscape. A countdown has begun. The world holds its breath. 48 hours, that's all it takes. 48 hours until the rules disappear. Imagine a world without law, no police, no courts, no consequences. For 2 days, chaos reigns, the very fabric of society starts to unravel. What happens when the thin blue line fades to black? What happens when the invisible hand of justice vanishes? The answer is both terrifying and inevitable. Human nature, in its rawest form, takes over. This is not a game, this is not a movie. This is a glimpse into the heart of darkness that lies within us all. It is a stark reminder of what we take for granted every single day. Let us venture into this abyss together. Let us explore the fragility of civilization when law disappears. The sun rises on an unfamiliar world. The police sirens, once a constant reassurance, are eerily silent. Police stations and courthouses stand empty, monuments to a forgotten order. The guardians of the law have retreated. Fear, like a virus, begins to spread. The first signs of chaos are subtle. Graffiti appears on buildings, traffic lights blink erratically. Then the dam breaks, shops are looted, homes are invaded, the strong prey on the weak. The veneer of civilization is cracked, exposing the primal instincts beneath. The streets, once arteries of commerce and connection, transform into gauntlets of fear. The rule of law, once a sturdy barrier against the tides of chaos, has receded. It leaves behind a vacuum, quickly filled by the desperate and the depraved.
The initial wave of lawlessness gives way to open anarchy. Protests erupt, fueled by anger, fear, and uncertainty. Crowds gather, demanding order, but their cries fall on deaf ears. There is no one to enforce the law, no one to mediate disputes.
Violence flares. Neighbors turn against neighbors. Old grudges resurface with a vengeance. The social contract, that invisible bond that holds society together, lies shattered. Trust evaporates like a drop of water on a hot stove.
The very notion of right and wrong becomes blurred. Without laws to define them, moral boundaries dissolve. In this new reality, survival becomes the only imperative. The rules of engagement have changed, and the consequences are both immediate and devastating. Section 4, the pillars crumble. The breakdown of law and order has a domino effect. Essential services grind to a halt. Hospitals, overwhelmed and understaffed, become places of last resort.
Doctors and nurses, fearing for their safety, are unable to provide even the most basic care. Transportation systems crumble. Roads become impassable, clogged with abandoned vehicles. Airports shut down, stranding travelers far from home.
The intricate web of logistics that keeps society functioning unravels thread by thread. The lights begin to flicker and die. Power grids, starved of manpower and resources, fail. Communication networks collapse, plunging the world into darkness and silence. The fragile infrastructure of modern life, once taken for granted, crumbles under the weight of chaos. Section 5, Economic Earthquake. The economic impact of 48 hours without law is catastrophic. Businesses are looted and destroyed, supply chains collapse, leaving shelves empty and factories idle.
The financial system, built on trust and the rule of law, teeters on the brink of collapse. Fear grips the markets. Currencies plummet in value. Investors panic, desperately trying to salvage what little they can from the wreckage.
The global economy, once a symbol of interconnectedness and progress, grinds to a halt. The cost of this lawlessness is measured not just in dollars and cents, but in lost livelihoods, shattered dreams, and a pervasive sense of uncertainty. The very foundations of prosperity lie in ruins, a stark reminder of the fragility of the systems we rely upon.
Section 6. Picking up the pieces. As the 48 hours of lawlessness come to an end, a heavy silence falls over the land. The stench of smoke and decay hangs in the air. The remnants of a once ordered society are scattered like ashes in the wind.
The long, arduous task of rebuilding begins. The return of law and order is met with a mixture of relief and trepidation. The scars of the past 48 hours run deep, Trust, once broken, is not easily repaired.
The social fabric, torn asunder by violence and chaos, hangs by a thread. The government, its authority shaken to its core, struggles to reassert control. The people, traumatized by their experiences, view each other with suspicion and distrust. The road to recovery is long and uncertain, paved with the rubble of shattered illusions.
Section 7. A Fragile Peace. In the aftermath of this societal earthquake, one truth emerges with stark clarity. Law and order are not mere abstractions. They are the very foundations upon which civilization is built. They are the invisible forces that prevent our world from descending into chaos.
The world rebuilds, piece by piece. The scars may remain, but so too does the spirit of resilience. We learn from the mistakes of the past, vowing to never repeat them. We cherish the fragile peace, knowing how easily it can be shattered.
The 48 hours of lawlessness serve as a chilling reminder of what we stand to lose when the bonds of civility are broken. Let us never forget this lesson. Let us strive to create a world where such a scenario remains firmly in the realm of imagination.